Good evening. My name is Frankie Lucas, and I'll be presenting to you today a presentation regarding the organization of MindPlay. I'm a representative of Partners Group Consulting LLC. Here's a little background information regarding the Partners Group. The Partners Group pride themselves on working with small to medium-sized businesses, nonprofit organizations, ministries, educational institutes, and government municipalities to further the cause of progress within their organization. Partners Group crowd their customers with experts who possess the know-how and capability needed to pinpoint and understand the nature of the opportunities or challenges they may face. The experts draw on the pool of first-hand knowledge combined with refined, methodical skills and strategic insights to help executives increase certainty around imperative business decisions. Next up, I will give you a quick introduction of the team members included on the project. First, you have myself, which is Frankie Lucas, and I'm the project manager, and my responsibilities include defining the objectives of the project, defining the project budget, spelling out the benefits of the project, and also ensuring quality delivery by managing time, cost, and deliverables. Next up, we have our business analyst, which is Krista Allen. Her responsibilities will include defining what the business does and how it does it, determining how to improve the existing business processes, designing the features for the IT system, and last but not least, implement the new features for the new IT system. The next member to be introduced is Charles Johnson, our systems analyst. His responsibilities will include interviewing the users and gathering requirements for the new system, producing system documentations, providing training to the end users for the new system, and developing specifications for the computer programmer. Now, after giving you a quick background of Partners Group LLC and introduce each one of the team members involved on the project, now it's time to get into the project overview. MindPlay Education and Toys is a California-based company that currently has stores in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego. The CEO at MindPlay would like to see some major changes with how things are currently being done in the organization. Partners Group has been given the opportunity to provide an assessment of what should be changed to make the organization operate more smoothly. After speaking with a few representatives at MindPlay, it has come to our attention that the organization isn't operating at its full potential due to outdated procedures. The issues that's keeping the organization from thriving includes a basic loyalty program, poor marketing, poor production management, poor sales prediction, poor inventory management, poor product ordering process, a lack of communication between stores, and outdated technology. Also, to add to that list, poor communication with vendors and suppliers, and a manual process of purchase orders. After carefully evaluating the issues MindPlay is currently facing, Partners Group is pleased to help assist the organization in the much needed turnaround. In order to continue to maintain and expand as a whole, these issues must be addressed. Our solution will help MindPlay eliminate each one of the issues mentioned earlier. Our goals for MindPlay will include a better internal flow of production, increased revenue, business expansion, communications improvement, improved loyalty program, and inventory improvement. To help with the issues involving the inventory mishaps, we would strongly recommend incorporating IntelliScanner Pro and FileMaker into the daily work procedures at MindPlay. Both items will eliminate the on-hand issues of products and raw materials at the production facility. Our solution will allow MindPlay to keep up with the inventory on a real-time basis. So if the manager wanted to keep an eye on a particular item, he or she could do it with a click of a button. The features of a IntelliScanner Pro would allow MindPlay to type and print barcodes, add items to an existing invoice or create a new one, track internal assets and values, build a database of your entire inventory using barcodes, create, print, and email custom reports to your inventory, increase and decrease quantities as new items are received or sold. FileMaker, on the other hand, will manage the customer data, track assets, organize projects, run reports, create and manage invoices, and provides a place to store customer information. Since there seems to be a lack of communication between the employees at MindPlay, what we would suggest is using a free instant message and group video chat program like Google Hangouts. And it can be equipped through the company as a standardized tool. And the best thing about this is it's free. The only thing that you would have to purchase is a Logitech webcam. And if you purchase one of those for each one of the computers throughout the organization, employees can actually have the opportunity to see other employees and actually feel like a team once again. The simple implementation of requiring the use of a Google account and Google Hangouts to openly communicate across the company will open doors for avenues of success. So this is something that we would strongly recommend doing because it'll eliminate that lack of communication that MindPlay was experienced once before. It's time to get out of the past and look towards the future, and it's time to make some changes. The CEO had mentioned earlier that she wanted to expand the business with a web presence, and the best thing to do is to implement a website. If you think about it, the age we live in today, everybody is on the internet surfing on a daily basis. I know I do, whether it be on my work computer, my laptop, or my cell phone. That's another thing. Having a web presence will always give your website the ability to always be on the run, on the go, so to say. And when I say that, I mean with cell phones. You can just easily jump on the internet with your cell phone these days. So having a web presence is always good and it will help MindPlay increase their revenue and customer base. This is the best thing that they could actually do, actually. So we would highly recommend them implementing a website so they can attract more individuals to help the company grow as far as customers and revenue. So with this new implementation, this website presence is going to pay for everything within a year or two by itself. The revenue should double. And the reason I say it should double because this web presence is going to give it more opportunities to expand out all across the United States and just not on the western coast region in California. So this is the number one thing that we would recommend them doing is implementing a website. Now let's look at the benefits and risks through a SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The first one under strengths, increase customer satisfaction. You always want to make sure your customer is satisfied in a business like this. So keeping the products on hand will definitely satisfy your customer. The next one you have improved customer loyalty. You can always improve your customer loyalty by making sure your product count is always up to par. You're giving good customer service too. Improve inventory. In order to improve inventory, once we implement our e-solution, it's going to be up to management to make sure everything runs smoothly. Improve spending. This goes back to the actual case when it mentioned the production manager was ordering inventory raw materials in bulk With our e-solution, you won't have to do a guesstimation. You will actually know what you need instead of just guessing. Okay, the next one is weaknesses. Weak management. Management, if it comes down to giving additional training to management and even the day-to-day personnel, employee personnel, we would recommend MindPlay doing that, because if this management is always like the head of the snake of an organization, that's the way I look at it. Without the head, the rest of the body will not be able to function. So if additional training is needed for management, we would recommend giving that, providing that. Lack of marketing expertise. This could really be a deal breaker for the company as a whole, because if your competition is out marketing you, that's taking money out of your organization's pocket. So the marketing needs to make sure it's always up to par. Unreliable production. This goes back to saying your customer try ordering 2, 3 different products, and each time it was on a backlog or a back order. That type of stuff that will cause you to lose employees, not employees, but customers. So you need to make sure that your production is always on up to par, keeping up with the count of productions on hand at the time. And this will be able to, the actual manager will be able to do this on a daily basis with what we're bringing in as far as our e-solution. Employees unwilling to change or adapt to change. With the solution that we're bringing in, it's not anything that's going to be difficult or just technical. It's not going to be difficult at all. So we don't even see the employees at MindPlay not willing to accept it. If you think about it, the solution that we're bringing in is going to bring in more revenue, which will probably be able to give the employees at MindPlay to gain bonuses or something of that nature. But that's all up to management. On the next one, you have an online presence under opportunities. The online presence is a good thing, and it's going to help MindPlay reach a whole bunch of customers. It's going to bring in more revenue. This is a very good thing. This is a very good opportunity that will help MindPlay. The next one, sales increase. It goes back to the online presence. Actually, business expansion and sales increase, it all ties in with the online presence. With the online presence, it's going to increase the sales of products. It's going to bring in more customers, and it's going to increase the revenue. The improvement on the business process. There will be a few changes that will need to be adopted as far as what we're bringing to the table as far as the e-solution. But it's nothing major. It's for the better of the company, actually. So the improvement of the business process is a great thing. Okay, the threats, emerging competition. This can tie in with the actual lack of marketing expertise. Your competition can come in and market their product a lot better than what you're doing, and you can actually lose money. You can lose a great deal of money like that. So what we would recommend is always having a counter for that. And when we say counter, it could be increase the discount for loyalty referrals or something of that nature. But that's something management will have to sit down and think about. Economic change. Now we really don't have anything that can counter Mother Nature as far as earthquakes, and which is bad on the West Coast region and compared to other parts of the United States. But the only thing we can recommend is having a counter for downtimes on production if anything of that nature happens. Have some kind of emergency plan in place. Okay, cyber attacks. The only thing that we can think about as far as cyber attacks is having a good, as far as the cyber attacks go, you need to make sure you have a good security system in place. Now let's take a look at the cost analysis. If you look at the top, it'll give you each item and if it costs anything or if it's free. The first thing you have is the Media Temple Server, the IntelliScanner Pro, Google Plus, FileMaker, domain name for the online store. If you look almost in the middle, you'll see the total per year cost of all of these, which is $7,444. That's very cheap. And if you look toward the bottom there, you'll see the total cost of ownership, and everything is pretty much broken down. Next, we have our financing options. This is something management, the CEO, and people in accounting will have to sit down and talk about. This really gives you an idea of what you'll be looking at as far as a line of business, and this is for actual credit, actually. So this is one of two options. We have credit here, and next you'll see the debit. The next financing option is the debit. Once again, this is something the CEO and the people of accounting will have to sit down and talk about as far as the financing options for this whole solution. At this time, I want to thank everyone for giving me their undivided attention. This will conclude our presentation on MindPlay. Partners Group is always key to success. Thank you and have a blessed day.